Good morning, Miss Zen and Kristen. I hope you is having a beautiful day. So last time when I came to the end of last session, I realized I was talking about same realization that the sixth patriarch of Zen Buddhism, Hui Neng, he realized he got sudden enlightenment by listening a phrase from Diamond Sutra. So again, it's very interesting that sixth patriarch Hui Neng, he could not read, so he had no education at all. But when he was like 20, he heard a monk reciting a phrase from Diamond Sutra. He heard just once, and he got full enlightenment. In the last session, I talked about, but it's different subject. But I realized I was talking about same topic or same phrase that the Hui Neng got full enlightenment, sudden enlightenment. So the sentence is from Diamond Sutra. Hui Neng heard about is 应以不住而生其心. So basically means you're aware like now. So I always want to bring you to this moment. Now you're aware, right? Please connect to your awareness, your presence. Your awareness is the essence of who you are. This is the first step. Then, when you become aware, there's lots of contents you can be aware of. That's the second step. First, you're aware. You have to be aware first. Then a lot of contents will show up or manifest in your awareness, in your mind, as contents of the mind. So, 应以不住而生其心 means you are aware every content in your awareness, but you don't abide your attention to any object or any content in your awareness. This is a universal key to your awakening. If I use negation, so you're aware of my image, you're aware of my voice, you're aware of your surroundings, the room, table, chair, computer, cell phone, right? Of course, you're aware of your body sensation too, your breath, your hands, you're sitting on a chair. And also, more importantly, you're aware of your thinking, your mental activities. and also smelling or smell, the sense of smell, taste. So put in a short, you're aware of all the contents from your six senses, but you don't abide your attention in you don't abide your attention on any content you are aware of. No abiding, no translation, no interpretation, no labeling, no resisting, or no aversion, no holding tight, no grasping, no attachment, no description. Just purely aware, purely observe.应以不住而生其心. Such a beautiful realization. It's exactly same as I previous session of mirror-like wisdom. So your conscious mirror, where or in which every reflection in this conscious mirror is reflected, and your attention is not attentive to any reflection. You just be aware, be present. If you can reach this state of mind or this state of being, you're letting go any memories, you're letting go any habitual thinking, habitual patterns of behavior, because now you can just be. No resistance, no labeling, and no attachment. This is essential. You understand every sage's teaching. You just see whatever is. You are not disturbed. You are not distracted. You are not agitated. While all your six senses are working perfectly. Even better, trust me. You're fully alive, but you are not influenced by any factor in your life. That's how Hui Neng, Master Hui Neng, the sixth patriarch of Chan Buddhism or Zen in China, got enlightenment. And you can too. It's so simple, actually, so simple. Every experience, every habit, every thought, every memory, every education, every aspect of your life are all in the screen of consciousness. You see them clearly. Without any identification. You're transforming yourself. You're awakening yourself. Everything's still there. Every aspect of your life, your education, your relationship, your deposit in the bank, your parents, your job, everything's still there, but you have total perception now. Your perception change. Once your perception change, everything you look at will change too. You're not bounded in a specific perception. You're free from all perception now, just like a Buddha, all perceiving. But you can go back to every specific perception, which will bring every understanding of any content in your awareness. Such a beautiful, beautiful realization. If you can reach this level of realization, you are safe. You are free. Your mission of life is completed. Hello, good morning. Beverlands Wings, BW, sacred. Thanks for coming. As a human being, we are so lucky to have possibility to realize you are the awareness only. So if I use a comparison or analogy, again, if you have any pet, a cat, a dog, any pet, you take with him or her or it to a nature and standing before a tree, an apple tree. What's the difference between your awareness and your dog's or cat's awareness? Do you know that? Listen, there are times like at work when I am asked from everywhere at the same time to help the team. I'm aware of my emotions and perceptions, but it is more difficult to take a step back. Yes, that's where we need practice. And it is very opportunity that you can practice. You don't know how the egoic patterns will will be manifested unless that situation or that scenario happens. That's in Buddha's teaching. We say thanks for anybody or any situation that triggers you. No matter it cause you angry, cause you sad, cause you depressed. In that very interaction or the manifestation of the emotion, of the feelings, of the resistance or attachments or judgments, it's the time to practice. It's the very time to practice when you are disturbed. Because only when and then you know you're not stable. It's like quiz of life, quiz of inner stability, a questionnaire of inner stillness or inner silence or mindfulness. It's a dynamic interaction and action, it's not dead. The whole life, the ocean of life is flowing, is dancing, every aspect of your life, my life, and every other's life, animal's life, the tree's nature. The whole ocean is dancing in every structure, in every scale. Anyway, it's harder with multitask to stay the mirror. I take breath and come back to the source. Do you have any advice? So, like now, you can just be back to your awareness. I'd use analogy now again. So, when we go somewhere, we need a campus. A campus always tell us which way to go, how, where to go. For most people, they don't have a campus of life. We are lost. Or in more traditional way, we don't have belief. We don't have the goal. Maybe a short time of goal, yes, but we don't have the ultimate goal or a long-term campus. So if I use the campus always directing to where, actually, a campus directing to your awareness. Every moment, if you found you're offline, you are lost, you are disturbed or you're distracted, you don't find that inner calm anymore, back to your awareness. Just be. Taking several deep breaths. I'm here. I'm now. I'm at this moment. Your awareness is your ultimate compass. It's always there. Back to your awareness. Be aware. The present, the sense of I amness. That's very quick. You don't need any time and space to be it, because you are already it. Or if I use the analogy of conscious mirror, you use the reflection to refer or revert to the conscious mirror itself. You have to thank for that reflection, unpleasant or pleasant or neutral, to notice you are present, you are aware, you are the subject who are looking at that object. You are the conscious mirror who are reflecting every phenomena in your conscious mind or in your conscious mirror. Thank for everything that I give you to use reflection back to the consciousness itself, awareness itself. I will give you an analogy here again. Imagine the astronaut flying in space, okay, alive, but there's no object at all in vast space. So if there's no object in space, it's kind of, you don't have reference point to know where are you, who are you, right? And this astronaut was floating in the air for even a couple of days, couple of hours. Sure, he felt so lonely because there's no object in the vast block. There's no stars, no planets at all. He could see nothing. A vast space, blank, emptiness. For days, for weeks, he sees nothing. But suddenly, there's a beam of light somewhere far away. Imagine that kind of feeling. Wow, object. That's the target. Do you see? Once there's an object, there's a subject rise. Wow. Now, because in our everyday life we have so many objects, we are not appreciate them anymore. I just try to ask you to have that sense of appreciation for every object presented in front of you. Just as an astronaut floating in the outer space without seeing any object for days and months, finally he saw it. Wow, thank you, object. Sometimes you need to appreciate. Human we know, we know, we're capable of being aware. Yeah. But what's the difference between your awareness and dog's awareness? You have to understand it literally at least. What's the difference between a human's awareness and a cat's or dog awareness? What's the difference between them? I have assessed my superpowers. Wow, good. I believe you can shed light on how I did it. I don't know how you did it, but congratulations anyway. Again, superpower or any ability you are having now is a double-bladed knife. Okay, if you use very consciously, you can, a double-bladed knife can, for example, cut the fruit, cut the veggies. But be careful; it has the potential to cut yourself too, cut the fingers while you're cutting the fruits with a double-bladed knife. It will have the potential to cut the fingers too. In the same analogy, any ability, any super power you're having now could become a risk for you if you don't know the meaning of that power or ability. I would like to say the power you're having now, the ability we are having now, actually, everybody has a little bit, like in terms of knowledge and skills and so on, right? Everything you are having now, if you cannot let go, then it has potential to hurt yourself. Don't identify that power is yours. It's yours only to serve others, to help others, to awaken others, to make them live better, you know, then that power, congratulations. It's only a tool to serve. It's not the destination. You are more than that power, which you already have. Okay, trust me. BW. How could we treat with the thoughts of attachment to someone? AN, how should we treat with the thoughts of attachment to someone? Feelings, emotions, is relationships, especially the core relationship in terms of parents, kids, partners, the best friend, even the best pet. That relationship or that attachment of thoughts, is really hard to let go. So, for example, now, so you need some training before you can let go very heavy, very strong connections that you have built up through years of life. For example, now, look at me, look at this neutral face, not very handsome, not very ugly. Look at me with a full attention just for 30 seconds. No problem, right? You can fully attentive to my image and to my voice too. Now try the next step. This is one-pointed concentration. You concentrate your attention on something, on one of object. In this case, is an image or a sound. Now, next step, deconcentrate. Back to your awareness, or you can shift your attention from looking at me to looking at your room or table. So it's two different ways. You shift your attention to something else, a table, or window or room, anything, any item in your room now. Fully attentive to something else. This is a kind of letting letting go. Your question is, just one second, I'm looking at your question now. How could I treat with the thoughts of attachment to someone? So we just did attach to my image and deattach to my image, just or shift by shifting your attention to something else. That's one solution, okay? You have to shift your attention from that one to anything else, or could be anybody or any object, a flower, a tree, a pet, something, another activity, anything else than that person or someone. That's solution one. Solution one is a convenient solution, is a practical solution, but it is not ultimate. It is not complete solution, because you just shift your attention to something else. Now, second solution is you back to the source, back to the awareness. You're still looking at that person or be aware of that person, but your attention is not on that person anymore. Now back to your awareness. Hold tight. Rest in your recognition of your own awareness. If your thoughts, your mind is flickering, trying to, to connect or attach to that someone again, bring the attention back to the sense of I amness. The mind will try to reach out again, bring it back to the awareness. You have to do this many, many times. This is a process of deconcentrate, deattach, defocus. Or in meditation, we call this open monitoring. You're open monitoring every objects in your awareness, and you don't concentrate on either one of them. Open monitoring. You don't focus on anything anymore. You just be. So this is second solution. Instead of you shift your attention to something else, now you don't shift your attention. You can say you shift your attention back to awareness itself. If you still want to use the shifting of attention, so you shift your attention back to the source. So as a conscious mind or conscious mirror, you see the reflection in your conscious mirror or conscious mind, but you're not resisting it. You're not judging it. You're not attaching to it or grasping it. You're okay. The whole process is the playing of attention. If your attention is on something, you consciously building up that connection with that thing or with somebody or with that memory or with that situation. There's a virtual connection there, okay? Like you can touch your cell phone or computer or table now, touch. Physical connection, right? You can I can feel my table, solid, little bit cold. This is a physical touch or connection. But once you're thinking something, you have a virtual or mental connection with something, with some memory or situation or whatever it is. Now the whole whole awakening is to 应以不住而生其心. So your attention are not abiding in any object you're aware of. You just be. You're enlightened. I want you to at least literally understanding, theoretically understanding what I'm saying here. Then the next step, you need practice. You need a practice to build up a new neuroplasticity in the brain. So every neurons fire together will wire together. The mental activity will eventually build up physical pathways, neural pathways in your brain. We have a lot of old patterns of thinking. We have old pathways of thinking, you know. Now it takes time to deconstruct the old patterns, the old pathways, the neural pathways, the old one, and construct the new pathways in your brain. That's called neuroplasticity. You need practice. You need practice again and again and again and again until you don't use any effort. It's right there. It's just like, do you try to think to walk? No. Unless, I mean, as a healthy person, you don't think to walk. I have to step left, step right, step left, step right. No, you don't think to walk because the neuroplasticity, the neural pathways is already built very well, including the nerves, the neurons, the muscles, the tendons, and so on. It's so well, managed. You don't think to walk. Same thing will be if you really practice build up a new mental connections, which is positive, creative, highly focused, caring, loving, compassionate, and so anything you want to achieve, you can achieve. I mean, it takes a little while, and also in the same time, you deconstruct the old patterns of who you are. BW, your synchronicity. I was seeking who could be a guidance journey to become nothing in meditation. Actually, right at this moment, you are nothing at all. I mean, the essence of who you are. If I use negation, okay, you are nothing at all. But at the same time, I can say you are everything. It's an affirmation. So in there's 1,000 years of argument in Buddha's teaching. Is that ultimate reality something or nothing? I would say it is something and it's nothing at the same time. It's really blowing your mind. Or you can say you are nothing at all at this moment. Trust me. The only thing is the mind. The mind play tricks with you. The mayas, the illusions of the mind, the veils, and layers of illusions. How to say prevent a clear authentic view of who you are. The whole thing is just unpeel, unlay. Just you want to see a core of onion, you have to, until maybe 10 layers of layers of peels. Here is the core of an onion. Same thing is our mind. You have to not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, until you have nothing to unpeel. Then you are right there. It's very paradoxical. It's beyond mind. It's beyond words. You have to be there. I'm sitting in a room of emptiness. I'm sitting in the heaven of God. You are sitting in the heaven God. You are sitting in the room of emptiness right now, but you just don't recognize it because of the egoical patterns of thinking. If I use a more neutral, egoic is too heavy. So more neutral word could be individualized patterns, localized patterns of thinking, behavior, mindset, and so on. That thing is the layer who imprison you or imprison others. Is just like it covers you. You cannot see the bright outside. You cannot see the sunlight. It's like, you look at it's cloudy in Victoria now, so I cannot see sunlight at all. But is the sunlight there? Of course it's there. The only thing is when the clouds goes away, the sunlight will shine over you. The whole thing is you moved your individual localized clouds, the mental clouds, okay? Move it away. The sunlight will shining right on you. The light of God will shining right on you. That's the whole process. It's whole process of awakening. You reach a level in Buddha's teaching. We have Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya. You are infinite body. You have an infinite body. You have infinite potentials. You have infinite connections. You have infinite openness. You have infinite intelligence. You have infinite longevities. You have infinite health. You have infinite wealth. You have infinite happiness. You have infinite freedom. You just don't know. You just don't know it. You see? Oh my God. Okay, I'd like end in silence in mirror-like realization. You are a conscious mirror where everything in the mirror is reflected.